Chase Yaki with the blue futon, and I know it has been a while, but you know what? School has been just blah, blah. Anyway, you know what's going on. It's the X-Men trilogy, and now we're on the newer trilogy, so we have X-Men First Class. Have I seen this before? Yes, I've seen this multiple times, and I do think, what I remember, this is the best one in the new trilogy out of, the Bryan Singer and Matthew Vaughn ones. But let me go rewatch X-Men First Class, and I'll let you know if it's as good as I remember. So X-Men First Class, what it's about, it's pretty simple. It's about X-Men and the First Class actually at Charles Xavier's School for the Gifted. And so you have, of course, Magneto, you have Professor X, you have Mystique, you have Beast, you have Havoc, you have a Butterfly Girl, and you have other characters you probably never heard of, like Darwin, that are just kind of in this story to just, spice up who Charles Xavier is trying to team up and help stop the Cuban Missile Crisis from happening from Kevin Bacon. This might be Kevin Bacon's only, negative role. Not negative role, I mean, he's a villain. I'm trying to think of other Kevin Bacon movies, and I don't think he's a villain in any other movie except this one. And on his side, he has January Jones and other. So what I like about this movie, I still enjoy the living heck out of this movie because it brings a realism of, the CIA with Oliver Platt's character and Rose Byrne. It just feels so realistic of how it's very believable of how Kevin Bacon, he's the one behind the Cuban Missile Crisis of trying to get the missiles in Turkey and then Russia putting the missiles in Cuba. And then him trying to start a world war and having the mutants take over. It feels so real. You know what? This is very believable of what's happening with First Class and how the villains are occurring. And this also has the whole Magneto story of how he started being evil and how he's kind of known Charles Xavier, but that back and forth, headbutting between what Magneto wants versus what Professor X wants. And the same goes around with Mystique and other characters that are kind of intertwined to this movie. But like I said, it holds up extremely well. I enjoy the living heck out of this one, and as of right now, I still like this better than the other two. Apocalypse and Days of Future Past, but I gotta rewatch those ones before I actually really think what I think of First Class. But overall, let's go with the negatives for First Class. It is a little long, and you wish some of the characters are a little bit more fleshed out. Like I said, you have Havoc, which he comes up again, but you have the Butterfly Girl, you have Darwin, you have other characters that are in the First Class that you just are just kind of throwaway characters. So that's kind of a bummer, and also you don't. When you have the first three, the one with Hugh Jackman and everything, which Hugh Jackman does make a hysterical cameo in this movie. But, when Beast, I guess without knowing the comics, you didn't know that Beast was such a prominent character because even in the first three movies, the ones that were done by Bryan Singer as well as Brett Ratner, I'm pretty sure that's the third one, Beast is only in the third movie. So he's kind of like a throwaway character in the original trilogy, but this one he seems like a more predominant character. Same with Mystique, because you really haven't, Mystique being good in this one, or, the whole, you just don't expect it, but that's good as well. But yeah, anyway, X-Men First Class will receive a 4.5 out of 5 of blue futons, which equals at 90%. So see the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have the critics an 86% with 294 of them, and the audience scored 87% with 184, 606, and here's critic consensus. The strong script, stylish direction, and powerful performances from its well-rounded cast, X-Men First Class is a welcome return to form for the franchise. 100% agree. It looks like the critics, audience score, and me are kind of in the same boat with the 86, 87, 90. Chase out the blue futon, comment, subscribe. One other thing is Butontopia, Butonians. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And yeah, the whole myth of California being sunny all the time, that's a fake. But everyone's like, here's my political rant. I was like, oh yeah, it's climate change. But then how many people have they caught setting fires in gender real parties? So you gotta have it both ways, guys. That climate change is real because the climate does change every day.